Here's Wilson. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put his 20-20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Bullock will put this one through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Trubisky. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
And
work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, run the ball after it.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. They finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. Give him 55 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, Champagne. And the Bears will add on to their lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lavonte David coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
He's going to get it running right, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Spread left, spread left.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Shotgun.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, Shepard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On first down, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. Looking for Shepard deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Trubisky to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Tempo, baby, let's go to work, come on.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on first down, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys you always hear about.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 17-14. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Trubisky on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Tight. All right, 90. Gun, gun, gun.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Right. All right, 90. Spread left, spread left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Third and long, it's Wilson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown...
All of a sudden, they're down. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Shane Ray in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing here, Trubisky. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. And it's the Redskins scoring again to open up that lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Onto the field now come the Bears. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now a handoff looking right. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing now is Wilson. On the right side, this is Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Trubisky to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Wilson to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 28 right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
19.
Now Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, and they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.